There's a few ways I clean my tools. So, you know, as much as you go to keep things clean, sometimes you just forget and then you let it build up. This is Amy's. I think I borrowed it and give it back to her dirty. I've been told off, so I've got to clean it. A few ways I clean it is, if it's only light, I'll just use my multi-tool. I've got an attachment for these grip pads. I usually use the final one. Stick that on there. Sticks on there like that. There you go. A bit hard doing it one-handed. But that's quite caped. So what I'll do is just use my hammer, use that end, get as much as I can off first. Alright, that's how much my hammer took off. I'll give it a quick go with the multi-tool, see what that brings it up like. There it is, that's just with that, with the multi-tool. I like to just put a little bit of oil on it. I usually put WD-40 on it, but I can't find it, so I just went and got some olive oil out of the kitchen. Just put a bit of oil on it. Just stops it from rusting. I've just gone over the trowel with some brick acid. It brings it up spotless, but what you've got to be careful of is if you leave it without putting any oil on it, you'll come back to your trowel the next day and it'll just be a trail of rust. It does come off, but it don't look pretty. Just gonna lather it up with some oil and then that's good to go. All right, I've just oiled it up. There's plenty on there. I'm just gonna go and put it away and then we'll have a look at that in the morning. Now, if you get something a bit more stubborn, like a shovel like this, which is caped in it, it takes a bit longer, but I'll use the brick acid cleaner, or patio cleaner this is. I'll use a bucket, just an old brush. You want to make sure you have your gloves on, a mask and some glasses, because it will burn your eyeballs out if it goes in there. It's not as strong as what it used to be, but it's still pretty lethal stuff. You want to make sure once you've used the brick acid and you've cleaned it all off as good as you can, that you cover it in oil. Otherwise you'll come back the next day and it will be covered in rust. This is quite a long process. This takes probably, this will probably get this one clean. This will probably take me half hour to get the really big bits off. I'll get most of it off, and then any big stubborn bits I will just go over it with my hammer, with the sharp end. All right. And then once I've got everything off, I'll just go over it with my multi-tool just to shine it up a bit. Oh, it took a while. It took me about 45 minutes, but it's all off. There was a lot of brick acid, and I then was using the multi-tool just to shine it up again. This took quite a bit of the paint off as well, which I like. But yeah, all the muck's off anyway. pisses me off because I like, if I have to use shovels and buckets, they're the main thing that you really want to keep clean. They're easy to clean if you keep on top of it. Leaving a bucket of water next to you, if you're using it for muck, leaving a bucket of water next to your tub that you're getting the muck from usually keeps it nice and clean, stops the muck going dry on it. But yeah, I'll just put that back in there, and I've got loads of oil on it. I'm just going to clean my level next, which I did clean the other day, but I'll just show you what you're doing. Levels are probably the easiest thing to clean out of Bricklayer's Toolkit, because you can use brick acid and they don't rust. You just literally, all you need is a bucket of brick acid, a brush and a bucket of water, and just, I ain't got the gloves, but I'm just using my phone. Well, it's literally just wipe it on. See it bubbling? Well, can't really see it bubbling, but I need some fresh brick acid. I've been using all this up. I think it's gone a bit shite. It's not really much. It's not really that dirty, so you can't really see. Let's have a look at that bit. Put brick acid on it. Pretty much off already. It was pretty clean to start with, to be honest, so it's not really a good demonstration of a dirty level, but on the sides, which probably do get a bit dirtier, it's just the same again. A little bit of muck there, look. Get my hammer. It's pretty clean. I like to use my multi-tool and just give it a whiz over with the multi-tool, see if it makes much difference. That's it, with me going over it with a multi-tool. I think that made it a bit cleaner, I can't tell. Yeah. That's nice and clean again. It was pretty clean to start with, in all honesty. But that's how you keep your level clean. I keep forgetting about my boat level and all. Let's give this a quick clean, shall we? Nice and clean. Good to go. So here's all the tools, all nice and clean. and everything you need is brick and patio cleaner, a little bit of oil to put on it after. I use a multi-tool with the grip pads, or whatever, the grip pads, and then just a couple of buckets, one for the briquettes with one for water, and that is basically all you need. Oh, and I like to use the pointing trowel to get in at the nooks and crannies, and I take off some of the harder stuff to get off with the hammer on that end.